into Sundays at the Square, and I'm your host, Toni Ringgold. Woo! Today is going to be a very, very fun day, y'all. I hope that everyone has been enjoying their weekend thus far. I have a wonderful guest with me today. Somebody that I love dearly. Somebody that I've been following for a very long time, darling. Yes, honey, we have Miss Nicole Conway in the building. Woo! Woo! So, hope that everyone, like I said, is having a good time. And listen, I don't even want to take any time. I just want to go straight into this. So I'm so excited about her being here today. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
My name is Nicole Conway. I'm an author, plus-size model, personal stylist, and image consultant.
Come on here with all the titles.
Hey, girl, hey.
Yeah, and look. She don't just have the title. She actually does that.
Yes, I do.
So, okay, so you are originally, give me your backstory. Where you from? How'd you get here? All that good stuff.
I was born in Seattle, Washington, and we moved here when I was 10 years old so my mother could pursue her degree as a PhD at UT.
Wow.
So I've been here for quite a while, but I am an Austinite, just born via Seattle, Washington.
That's right. Austin, Texas in the building.
Hey.
Yes, born and raised. I miss Austin, man. I was craving shortstop, and I wanted some Mrs. Johnson bakery the other day.
Ooh.
You know, we don't even call it Mrs. Johnson. We call it WOM.
When the light is on, it's time to get some toga.
And look, every time you ask him, are they hot? He be like, they warm.
They warm.
And he always give an extra one, girl. Go check them out, honey, on Airport Boulevard. Mrs. Johnson, yes. Okay, I digress. I'm gonna have to get home soon. I'm missing home.
Yes, you do.
I'm missing home. All right, so you have just written a book.
Yes.
Called Coco's Chronicles.
Yes.
And I'm absolutely loving the cover.
This
is beautiful. When did you take this picture?
I took it on 4th of July, 2016 when I got married on Port Aransas, in Port Aransas.
That is
beach.
beautiful.
Thank you.
You look so happy and free.
Yes, girl, it's time.
Oh, yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go, honey. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
So tell us your story.
So I've had 3 nervous breakdowns over the years, and a lot of it was suppressing things and not handling them for what they were. So I figured that over the years I've been writing poetry for a while. So this is more of a compilation of my life. So some of it is testimonies, some of it's stories. I have poetry in here, scriptures, as well as quotes for things that have helped me over the years.
Wow. So this is exciting because, you know, most of the time when you think about like a memoir or you think of someone writing something about their life, it's more so, a biography or autobiography. They just write down, what they've been through. But you actually have made it interactive. You made it fun. You've put a lot of different things in there. You say you put poetry in there.
Yes.
You put scriptures in there. Oh, I love this. Why do women want to look like other women? Just be you. Be dope. Be genuine. Then it won't matter what you look like. You've already won. Yes!
Right. Hey! I like that. I love that.
I absolutely... You better know. Yes. Whatever you believe about yourself on the inside is what you will manifest on the outside. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You know, it was just it's so funny that I even opened up to that because I put a quote up today. I said, what'd I say? What I am seeking is seeking me. Mm-hmm. I create what I speak.
That's
in other words,
right.
what you're putting out and what you're wanting, it will come back to you. If you are thinking that bad things are going to happen to you,
that's what you're going to get. That's what a manifest.
What you're going to get. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 3 nervous breakdowns. How does that even happen?
Well, they started when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And I was a single parent raising 2 daughters. It was a struggle. Just trying to make it on my own. There was a lot of things that happened in my past. Sexually abused when I was younger. We moved to Austin, and I never talked about that stuff. I just suppressed it, and I never dealt with it. So over a period of time, I just got to the point where I said, I just can't do it anymore. And I know in our community, we don't believe in, you can have a nervous breakdown, or you need medication, or
that's
you need to go to the
problems.
hospital.
That's what they say.
Yeah, but it has no color. It has no color, and we don't talk about it. So I felt that if I use this through my book, there's so many of us that are struggling. I've had people inbox me nonstop about what they have gone through, and after they read my story, that they've gone through the same exact things, but we just don't talk about it. We want to say, let's not talk about this. Let's sweep it under the carpet. In our community, we're supposed to be the strong Black women.
Let me tell you what my grandmother told me. And to this day, I'll never forget it. She told me, she said, I remember after I had my baby, she says, I was going through postpartum. And I was really feeling depressed. Like I was feeling like I was a failure. Nothing was good happening in life. All of that stuff. And I was telling my grandmother, and I was laying on her lap crying. And she saying, all right. She let me cry. And then she said, you know what? Depression is for rich white women. Now get up. Now.
So under your skin, you must have been a rich white woman.
I said, well.
Maybe I'm white.
Because, Lord, I feel like and I will say that's the mindset. Now, it did help me get up off my butt. I did get up, and I do thank her because it was a temporary thing.
Right.
But depression is real.
Yes, it is.
And it's a real issue. And we have to make sure that when people are hurting or they're dealing with things, that we don't just
push them away. You have to embrace them and listen to what they say. Sometimes just sitting to listen or walking with the person and just let them vent. You don't have to say anything in return. Just be present for them. That's so important.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk. What is a nervous breakdown? Like I've heard people say, but I don't even know what that means.
Really, they said it's more of a chemical imbalance, and sometimes women at a certain age go through that, and sometimes we need medication to level us out. Not that we're crazy or anything, but a lot of us deal with depression and we just don't say anything about it. So basically that's what happened. But the last time I went through it, I just didn't think I was going to return.
Okay. So in your mind, when you're having a nervous breakdown, what happens?
The day that it happened for me the last time was in 94. And I told my mom, I said, I can't do this anymore. And I told her I needed her to take care of my kids. So I asked her to take me to get some help, and she took me to Shoal Creek in Austin, and I was there for at least 2 weeks, and I was in the isolated area where they had me highly medicated, and I was lost. I was completely lost the whole time I was there.
So it didn't even help you?
Well, no, I'm not going to say that, because while I was there, I didn't realize how much time had passed. And then it got to the point where my mother and father came to visit me in the hospital, and they both had been diagnosed with cancer. So basically the enemy was telling me while I was there, either you need to pick your children or your mom and your dad and your sister, or you'll never get out of this hospital. So I believed that lie. So, I mean, like, the enemy was on me nonstop the whole time I was there. So I just didn't believe I was going to get out. One day my mom and dad came to visit with my kids, and it was like they had a light around them. And I knew it was okay. And my dad just kept telling me, this is not somewhere you're supposed to be.
Right.
You need to get out of here. I've been in places like this before. And after that, I talked to my doctor and asked him to lower my medicine so that I didn't walk around feeling like a zombie the whole time. And then I just started getting myself together. I had low self-esteem. I didn't want to take showers with the light on. I took showers in the dark because I didn't want to see my face.
Wow.
I thought I was too fat, too dark, my hair. I just had a lot of issues that I hadn't dealt with, and I just never thought I was pretty enough. And I know a lot of us as women, especially black women, you know, we look at each other up and down and like she thinks she better than the other girl. But it's not about anybody being better than anybody. We're all equal. But if we would band together more and say, come on, girl, you are cute today. What you got on? Look at you. Turn around. Let me see the rest. Or you should try this to go with that to make, you know, make it better. But instead we want to pit against each other. And it's not about pitting against each other. It's about building each other up.
Yes.
So dealing with that too, you know, the low self-esteem, not thinking I was good enough as a mother, being a single parent, trying to raise my kids on my own, excuse me, was very hard. So I just gave up. And the enemy rolled me because of that. And I just didn't feel like I could get out. So, while I was there, I started working on myself, and then I met this man in there, and I call him my angel, Gabriel. And I sat with him every day, and he would sit down and he would eat. And I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. So me and him never had any conversation, but we would sit down, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would watch each thing he picked up, and I would pick up and eat it just right after and when I just followed him the whole time, every single day. And my strength started coming back. Me and him never had any words. We
Y'all
just sat
never
and ate.
spoke.
Not a word.
That's deep.
Never said a word. And right before I was about to go to the general public on the other side of the hospital, he came to me and he said, I'm so glad that you're getting out. Because he would walk around with this crazy talking about, they're in here shocking people, and I'm here just to find out what's going on. I mean, he made me almost feel like I was crazy for a second. I said, wait a minute. But after we sat and we talked, he said, I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad that you're getting out of here. Mm-hmm. And he gave me the sweatshirt. And then right after that, he went right back to what he was doing, and I left, and I'll never forget him.
So he literally came out of that, him or the other self, just enough to tell you that he was happy for you.
Exactly.
And then went right back.
But God plants people in our lives that are just like angels. So for me, that was my angel in there. And that's what helped me get up out of there.
Wow. And that was in 94.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you, at that time, were you working? Were you going, were you like, how did life just stop, or it just stopped?
Well, for me, it was over a period of time, and I didn't realize I was depressed. So I would sit in my room, and I would turn off the lights. I didn't want to be bothered, and I just isolated. I didn't take phone calls, but I truly believe God blesses you with kids to keep you grounded. Because
yes, they do.
If it wasn't for my kids, come, Mommy, I'm hungry. Mommy, can you come do this? Can you play with us? And it took everything for me to pick myself up and go in there and make myself do it, because I just want to stay in there. Mm-hmm. And then day after day, I would go to work and put on this face like I'm okay, and smile and have a good time at work. And then I get back in the car and I just cry. I mean, I was just extremely depressed. And I had thoughts of suicide. I was too scared to do, but I just wanted to do away with myself. So yeah, I understand. It's no joke.
So there is a way with being depressed that you can put on a face like everything is okay.
Yes.
Because a lot of times people think of Eeyore, and they think as you walk around, but there are people that are depressed that are walking around with smiles on their face
every day at work, at church, on the street, and wherever you go.
And it seems like, it's not seems, the suicide rate has skyrocketed. Mm-hmm. And, I was just talking to a friend the other day, and he told me how a young boy that he was mentoring committed suicide. And the boy from the outside looking in had everything that he should have had. Like he was doing well for himself. And he just couldn't handle it. What are some warning signs? What are some things that you can look for, like in yourself or in your loved one, that may be able to help? You might be able to help someone.
Well, I just went to a suicide prevention workshop the other night, and it scared me because they said the people that are dealing with it the most are from the ages from 10 to 14. So it starts earlier than what you think, and that's scary for me. So there's so many kids. You see so many kids committing suicide, or they have bullies that they're dealing with in school, or people talking about how they look, how they dress, if they're transgender, if they're gay, if they're black, whatever it is. And there's a lot more pressures on them than there were back in the day. So they don't want to be here anymore, and they just kill themselves. So it's like, if you see your children isolating, or somebody's being a bully to them, check on them, make sure that they're okay. Even if you have to put them in peer-to-peer classes with other peers to help each other out, because you just don't know what your babies are suffering from. And then the thing is, it goes into a snowball effect. So as you become an adult, if you don't deal with it then you have this problem later, and it's hard to catch sometimes.
Okay. This is good stuff. If you are just tuned in, you're tuning in to Sundays at the Square with your host, Toni Ringo.
Hey.
Yes, and we have this wonderful, beautiful woman sitting next to me, and she is telling me all about her story and about this wonderful book that she has just written called Coco's Chronicles. We have Miss Nicole Conway in the building, y'all.
Hey.
Listen, I am so excited. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I have been watching you for years. via Facebook.
Oh, wow.
And I've watched your progress, and I've watched you go through things. But what I loved about you is it was one of those situations. You never put your business out there. It was just like you could kind of, you look at people that are public figures, and you know that there's a transition going on.
Right.
But it wasn't like you put it all out there. How difficult was it for you to put your business in this book, girl? Because that's one of the things I deal with. I'm like, now, you could clearly see if you look close enough that some things have changed.
Right.
But to just be like, and this is what's going on. I have a real problem doing that. How did you do that?
Well, I'm going to say by no means is my life perfect. I have issues just like everybody else do. I still suffer sometimes from depression, not to say that it's all ongoing, but I do have my rough days where it's just one of them days, that you want to be all alone.
Yeah, just one of them days.
Come on now. That's real talk. Like, that song is real.
Yeah.
So I try my best to post things that are positive on Facebook, even when I'm having a rough day, because you don't know who's waiting for you to post a little nugget to help them through the day or what they may be going through. And then when I have people in my inbox saying, you don't know how you helped me, you have no idea what I'm going through, that's a blessing for me. Yeah. Because I'm being obedient to what God wants me to do, as opposed to, I don't feel like doing that. I'm having a rough day. I don't care who's dealing with whatever. Yeah. And I'm not going to do that. As long as I remain obedient to helping his people, he'll take care of me so I can put my stuff to the side. As far as the book is concerned, that was a rough one, because I've been saying for a long time, I'm going to put my poetry out. And I said, no, I'm not going to put my poetry out. Yeah. I don't want to share all this. My husband put out 2 books already, and he was like, baby, you need to just put something out. Put something out. It doesn't have to be your autobiography. Just put something out, because you encourage people all the time anyway on Facebook.
Put it out there.
Why don't you put it in a book?
Put it out there.
And I said, okay. So it took me forever just to jump out there and do it, because I was afraid. I was afraid what people may think, what they may say. Oh, I can't believe she putting something out there. I remember her past when she was doing so and so. But we all have a past.
Oh, yes.
And we do. I don't want everybody to know all my past, but I know it. And I don't want it. Some of them things you just don't want to share.
Yeah, some stuff you just going to take with you.
Yes. However, I really feel like there's so much healing in being transparent.
Right.
So that's where I am now. I want to share my story. I want people to see the good, the bad, the ugly, in order to help them, because there's some people that are suffering silently. And
every day.
Exactly. And they just need a little encouragement. So I said, if I put this book together in a compilation, there'll be a little bit of something for somebody in each page.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break, guys. You are tuned in to Sundays at the Square with Toni Ringo. We'll be right back.